good, you guys? I hope all of you are well, and welcome back to the JD Journal. So, in today's video, we are going to talk about how to make your Python learning experience easy and better. So, in today's day and age, there are a lot of wonderful people who are contributing to the internet, who are building stuff which makes development easy, which makes our life as content creators easy, our life as learners very, very easy. And one such utility which is available absolutely free of cost. Thank you to the wonderful people who are maintaining that, who have done that bit for having this utility which will help you learn Python a bit better. When you say learn Python, what do you mean by learn? So say you look at a list comprehension. So the first time you look at a list comprehension, it absolutely scares the life out of you, and that is justified. It happens to any one of us. Even I, when I started learning, I didn't write list comprehensions. I was absolutely scared to do that. But with time, as you continue to read, as you continue to research online, you find tools which are very, very useful and make your learning experience better and help you understand the concepts. Time and again in your learning journey, you'll come across concepts which aren't really easy to grasp, at least by reading them. You can read them 4, 5, 6 times and you'll eventually get it, but that's not the right way. And people who have been in the journey, what eventually they do is they develop utilities or they develop softwares which makes the people who follow the path a little bit easier. And so Python tutor is, I feel, one such kind of a thing. So without wasting any more time, let's quickly jump to a few examples and see why I'm talking so much about this utility and why this should be your next utility which we use while learning Python. So the first example I have to demonstrate Python tutor is the list. So what a list is nothing but essentially an array, and so more like a V array. That it can store a number of elements, homogeneous or heterogeneous. It can store absolutely anything. So when I do b equals to a, so this is b equals to a. So if I am to explain it to a person who's just starting or even an experienced, what I'll say is when this step happens, b equals to a, then what Python does is it doesn't create a new list, but b is a reference which just points to the object where a points. Now, how did that sound? Absolutely confusing, right? So that makes no sense, even if it doesn't matter at what level of experience you are. Maybe if you're like 10 15 years down your programming career, that makes sense on the first go. But if you're someone who's new, what I just said was absolute gibberish. So let's go over to Python tutor and let's see how it makes everything simple. And so let me just quickly copy this and I'm going to paste it here. So this is the UI of the Python tutor. It's simple. It's absolutely simple. There's nothing fancy buttons, no fancy CSS and all. It's just plain an editor. It has a language selection for it can work for other languages as well. But we'll stick with Python 3.6. Just have to write your code which you're trying to understand and press the visual execution button. And there you go. The next screen which follows has an output window, the frames, the objects, and this is the code which you have written. The red flag or the red arrow indicates that this is the line which will be executed. The green line which will come, it will show the line which was executed previously. Now this is similar to a debugger, but this area of the Python tutor is where the magic happens. This is what you will not find in any debugger. So as I said, let's go over to let's start the execution. And to start the execution, you have to press next. Quick note, it also shows the number of steps in advance that will happen in this program. So let's press next. So as you see, this a has already appeared. This has happened. B is equal to a has already happened. Now when I said b equals to a and explaining it theoretically, what I said was when you do a b is equal to a new object is not created, but just a reference is created, and that reference points to the object which is pointed by a. Absolute gibberish. Did not make any sense, will not make any sense if you are a newbie, mid-level, or even how do you say, well, at any level this doesn't make sense. But now look what Python tutor has done for us, and this makes it more simple to understand. So when I say I did a is equal to this list was initiated. Let's see. So when I did a, so this list was initiated, and when I did a b is equal to a, it shows that that's the next line. Now I'll repeat the same line which I said again. When I do a copy of the list b equals to a new object was not created. A new object was not created, but a new reference was created and the reference just points to the object which is pointed by A. Makes more sense now, doesn't it? So that is how this tutorial, the Python tutor, will help you understand the underlying concepts which are key for you to making it to the next level in Python. Now, if b is equal, now if the Python tutor was not available, you would do this: print id is equal to a and id is equal to b. What id does is it prints the memory location where a is stored, and then print b. So you see both of them have the same memory location. So this would, when you don't have this visualization, it would do, you would have to rely on this. But this is also again not not helpful as such. It does convey the message, but it's not as useful as this visualization. Now let's go over to two of the functions which the list have. One is the append and one is the extend. Now when I try to explain append and extend, what I would say for an append is that what the append does is actually takes this argument and places it at the end of the list. Again, it doesn't make much more sense, but let's see what happens when you click next. Here you go. So this is more explanatory than what I said. Now I'll just repeat what I said before. What an append does, it just takes this argument, places it at the end of the list. This sounds more explanatory, and it, you know, kind of, it does help you understand everything better. Similarly, an extend. What an extend does is actually extends the list. It will create more spaces here. But how many more spaces will be created is the number of elements which are passed in this argument. Extend, 2 elements were passed, but only one was created. In append, sorry, in append, 2 elements were passed. The list has 2 elements, but only one space was created, and it stores both of them. Kind of is a nested list now. But what the extend does, and when I explain extend, you know, theoretically, it took more time, it took more energy from my side, and also I would not be able to understand how many people actually got the concept theoretically. But Python tutor, what it does is it depicts that, and it's very easy to understand. I don't think anyone who would do this would ever forget the difference between an append and an extend. And if you do, I've just had this to just show you that the id or the location of the you can see it here as well. The location still has not changed. Everything has happened in place. So you understand how useful this utility is, if especially if you are a newbie. And I hope you use this as often as you can. Wherever you fail to understand what the code does, or what a particular concept is, I suggest you strongly to copy paste this example. Come here, copy paste this example, and run the visual execution. Next example, the one which we discussed before, was a simple list and the demonstration of the append and extend and how Python tutor would help you. But lists don't usually scare people. What scares people is list comprehensions. Speaking from a personal experience, I did not write them initially, but once you realize the power, they are absolutely a treat to work with, and they should be a part of your skill set, and you should write list comprehensions as often as possible. But as I said, initially they scare people because they don't make sense. Let me quickly copy this code and we'll discuss in the Python tutor window itself. Now this is a simple list. It has two lists, colors, sizes. These are the colors of t-shirts and these are the sizes of t-shirts. Now this line is where all the not fun parts happen, that anyone who looks at this line is absolutely scared. I would be if I was just starting. Even if I was a little bit experienced, even then I would be scared. But our friend Python tutor will help us, and let's see how. So let me quickly click on the visual exception execution button. I always keep on seeing exception, but it's execution. So let's click next and next, because this is nothing but initialization of two lists. And now we are at the part where the list comprehension happens. And let me click on next, and it's just started the comprehension part. So what this essentially will do is it will produce a Cartesian product. And so the green would have green size S, green size M, green size L, white size S, M, L, and so on. So it would produce a tuple of all these t-shirts with the corresponding sizes. So it could be, if you think of a practical use case, you could think of a Myntra or Amazon, or whatever your clothes shopping online apps are, and that could be a database for this, a simple database, but it still could serve as database for this. And if there are lakhs and lakhs of records and colors, this would kind of be your list comprehension. You wouldn't write hundreds of follows, but this would suffice. So as I said, to the normal eye, this list comprehension doesn't make sense, but let our friend Python tutor help us with this, and I'm going to click on next. So again, next. So the list comprehensions have started, and you can see that the first tuple will be this, the second tuple would be this, the third would be, and so on. Let me click a few steps, and 2, 3, and next. So as you see, this is what happens. What it shows us is that this whole operation would create a list, and each list would be a tuple consisting of green at the 0, that the color, and the size as the first element. So what this list comprehension does is it creates a list, as you see, a list, or let's go here, it creates a list of tuples of color and size. And if you read this line, it would not make any sense initially, but if you look at this, it makes it so simple that this whole operation has resulted in a list consisting of 9 elements, and each of these is nothing but a tuple. So this is how this utility is useful. Let me do next for one last time, and then this is the print t-shirt, that the t-shirts is another list of tuples. So this is how Python tutor helps you to understand the underlying concepts. Any piece of code which is not understood easily, you could just come here and have a visual inspection and actually see what is going on behind the scenes. So the next time you have a list comprehension which you're afraid of, or any code for that matter which you're afraid of, you know where to go. Hey, so that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave your valuable feedback in the comments. I'm also taking in requests for any new content which you want. And yeah, good luck learning, and until next time, bye bye.